Warning, there may be explicit language in today's episode. Viewer discretion is advised.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Yeah.
He's back.
But I already moved my head, so I kind of already spoiled it. But boys, the amount of Zoom shows we got left.
And girls.
Yeah, gotta remember.
I know there's some women watching for Alex.
Hey.
And maybe Mike.
That's the amount of Zoom shows we have left. I know it's backwards, at least for us, but we have 3 more counting this one.
Let's be real. They're all for EJ.
Yeah, and
Well,
I want to make this clear. We know when Dom is coming back, but because we're jerks, we're not gonna tell you.
That's the way it is.
He is coming
September
back.
5th.
He is coming back, but Alex, it's been a while. Last time you were on, while with what was going on, I know you want to start off with a little rant, but since the last time you've been on, Brandon Ayuk did request a trade from the San Francisco 49ers.
Yep. A lot of stuff has happened since the last time.
He's going to be a Steeler. Okay, start your rant.
Okay. I think the take's going to be overall pretty similar for everyone. But I think it's insanely disrespectful that Patrick Mahomes is number 4 in the NFL Top 100 this year. And I just want to make a quick point before I get started. The 3 guys in front of him, 1, 2, 3, Lamar Jackson, Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey. Let's go in order. Tyreek Hill lost in the wild card to Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson lost in the AFC Conference Championship game to Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, Christian McCaffrey lost to the Super Bowl to Patrick Mahomes. One Super Bowl between the 3 of them, and that's Tyreek Hill. And guess who was his quarterback? Patrick Mahomes.
Let me guess.
It's voter fatigue, man.
Was it Alex Smith?
Yeah, Alex Smith. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's do this again. I've never seen a team that is in the middle of a objectively classified dynastic run that still gets to play with a chip on their shoulder because the entire league continues to give them a reason to have a chip on their shoulder. Before the Super Bowl against the Eagles, their second Super Bowl, no receivers, offense is bad, can't play. Won the Super Bowl against the Eagles, scored 38 points in that game. Defending run, still no receivers, not very good. The first one, it was more like Tyreek Hill just got traded. Everyone thought they were going to be bad without Tyreek. Second Super Bowl run, receivers are bad, no weapons, offense is bad. Won the Super Bowl again against the most talented roster in the National Football League. And now, going for the three-peat, which, by the way, if you don't watch frequently, which you should, been hammering it on the Chiefs three-peat because it's going to happen. Now, Patrick Mahomes isn't even the number 1 player in pro football, according to the players. Now, the only benefit of the doubt I'll give anyone is that I believe player voting for the top 100 is like November to January or something like that, which is, by the way, I think really dumb. Yeah. It should be after the season ends. Now I get that, like, that's probably the time of the year where they can get all the players to do that. But it's ridiculous. It's completely absurd to me. Yeah. Now I think Mahomes had like 6 touchdowns and 5 picks in like that time period. They were like 5-5, like. But still, you're really going to tell me that Patrick Mahomes is not the number one player in pro football. And now he gets to play with that chip on his shoulder. He is throwing blindfolded, dizzy passes at a passing net in training camp right now and hitting them. This man, he has confirmed that he will at some point complete a behind the back pass in a real football game. I don't know. I don't know why people continue to do this. The most disrespected dynasty ever. Think of teams that have three-peat in other sports. When Jordan and the Bulls were going for the three-peat, not a single person said that Michael Jordan wasn't the best player in the NBA. No one thought that anything like that. Even when Shaq went three-peated, no one ever once said anything about it. But for some reason, and I think it's because we've all grown up in the midst of one already incredibly annoying dynasty in the Patriots, and that's probably why. But does no one understand that Patrick Mahomes only works better when you disrespect him? Tom Brady has a career 48% winning percentage when trailing by 7+ at any point in a playoff game. Patrick Mahomes is 9-1 when trailing in a playoff game.
Yeah.
Don't know.
It's
Real
okay,
quick.
because
Hey.
okay, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was going to talk about something else. Go ahead. No, you're good.
I was just gonna say that it's a bold claim for the three-peat.
Oh yeah, for sure. No one's ever done it.
Because
But that's why the Chiefs are going to do it.
But I'm gonna lay my claim and say that Jordan Love is the Patrick Mahomes stopper of the NFL. and
Okay,
he's gonna
EJ.
do it this year.
Bryce, what
You
are you
know
going to say about that?
You know what,
Look at the
EJ?
two games. Look at the two games they've played each other. Jordan Love has outthrown Patrick Mahomes convincingly in both
Okay.
games, and the Packers have won in both games.
EJ,
Jordan
I'm going
Love
to
is now
compound
the
this.
highest paid quarterback and player in NFL history, and he's going to prove it.
I'm going to compound this real quick. I think we're on either Super Bowl 58 or 59 this year. I can't remember which one. I texted Mike knows. I texted AJ this the other day. My Super Bowl 60 lock is Packers Texans. So
Ooh.
there's that. Also,
Hey,
last point
hey.
about the Patrick Mahomes thing. He has arguably the best playoff receiving threat of all time in Travis Kelce.
Oh yeah.
And Travis Kelce will probably break the last two playoff records all time held by Jerry Rice. So
Hey, I got a bold prediction. You ready? It just popped up in my head right now.
Panthers NFC South champions in 2024. No, I'm kidding. Complete
one of-
sarcasm.
Okay, one of the Super Bowl teams that'll make it and win it. Zach Wilson's going to make a comeback and win Super Bowl 69.
Broncos
I'm calling
Super
it
Bowl
right
60
now.
champions.
I'm calling it right now. Super Bowl 69,
guys.
Zach Wilson making a return, and he's going to win the Super Bowl for whatever
How
team
far
he's
are we
on.
fallen from grace to the
Listen,
never picking the
listen.
Broncos doctrine to this?
Listen,
Jesus.
you guys all need to simmer down a little bit. None of these Super Bowls in the future matter because JJ is going to win them all. So let's move on.
EJ, what do you think about that?
That's right. I forgot about that.
I'm trying to start crap.
He's going to throw 500 career passing touchdowns to Justin Jefferson. JJ to JJ. It just fits.
Also,
JJ.
Okay.
JJ.
JJ.
Okay.
I don't think Tyreek Hill's even the best non-quarterback in the league, by the way, and he's the number one player in the top 100. I thoroughly believe that right now. Yes, Tyreek Hill is prolific and he's insane and his speed is ridiculous, but I genuinely think Justin Jefferson is the best non-quarterback in football. So
Hey,
I say
perfect
Christian
segue.
McCaffrey.
this is a perfect segue.
okay,
Hold on.
McCaffrey works too.
Wait. This is a perfect segue because the next thing is Tyreek and the Dolphins restructured his contract. That's literally the next thing that's on the list.
Yes, they did.
To make Tua's absolutely terrible contract decision by the Dolphins feel a little bit better.
All right, we can move on then.
I don't know why.
Okay, but for real though. Okay,
They should have tampered harder for Tom Brady. Let's be real.
Yeah. I noticed this when I'm editing. Can I please take these off? Because do you see the glare in my eyes?
Oh yeah, I never wear glasses whenever I'm on the Zoom shows because of the glare. Yeah, no. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're getting this out of the way. I got a thumbs up from Alex. I have to get at least a thumbs up from Alex or Dom. And I got the thumbs
Yeah,
up.
but EJ and I both think that you should keep him on. So
Yeah,
2 beats 1.
He took
glare-
the words right out of my mouth.
Mike, is this
and I have a-
episode 31?
And I have a certain, yeah, it is. Yeah, and I have a certain button where EJ and Bryce can go bye-bye.
All right, EJ, you heard him. He doesn't need us to do the
The
show
watch
this
time.
week. So.
Watch your look, guys. Look. If you're watching this on YouTube, you see the little hot bar that comes up. As soon as he hits that button, watch the watch time completely fall off. There's no bombs from that point forward.
That's funny.
Oh,
Mikey, maybe
my
you should
God.
start talking about the Pirates.
Yeah.
We're getting there. We're
That'll
getting there.
sell.
So I want to get this quick thing out of the way first because only EJ and I can understand this part. And that is that there is a possibility that AEW could be leaving Turner. Not the first time a wrestling company left Turner. Of course, the last one got bought out by Thou Shall Not Be Named and started a whole monopoly for years, and you get the point. But EJ, how possible do you think it is for them to get on like CBS or maybe take Fox away from WWE?
I don't think they get Fox, but I just hope we don't get a situation like TNA.
Yeah.
Where they
I
go
wanna
to
cl-
like this
yeah.
this C station like what Spike was, and they just languish away and no one ever watches them again.
Shout out
I
Spike.
doubt
though.
that'll happen though. Yeah, Spike was a moment in time. It was,
Shout out
See-
Spike. That's a childhood memory right
same
there.
with like G4. I miss G4 in its heyday.
See, I want to make it clear AEW's fine. This is just they're allowed to talk to other networks. So for all I know, they could be staying with Turner. Because Turner literally lost the NBA. They would be stupid not to retain AEW.
They're in a lawsuit about that though. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, we could probably cover that later, but yeah, there's that. So also Blake Snell for the Giants did throw a no for the Giants, and he almost got concussed because his teammates almost threw a freaking no. They did. What am I saying? They did throw a freaking cooler at his head because they dropped it as they were trying to give him an ice bath.
I don't care.
That's
I'm
crazy
still
that we've
salty.
seen-
Paul Skeens doesn't have a no. He should have.
I don't know how common this actually is for this to happen, but I feel like it's kind of crazy that Cease just threw one like 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
We have
that too,
another now.
Dylan Cease. Yeah,
Dylan
Cease.
Cease
for the
just threw
Padres
one
did.
like 2 weeks ago, and now we got another one. It's kind of crazy.
I
We
distinctly remember.
we could have had a third one too.
Paul
Yeah.
Skeens.
I distinctly
Yeah.
remember. I think it was like 2 years ago. Cease had I think he had a perfect game going
Mhm.
into the 8th against the Yankees, and it got broken up by I think he drew a walk, and then he still had the no, and then somebody hit it, broke it up, and then
They
I
were
can't
talking
remember if
about that.
I think they blew that game, and then of course he goes to the Padres, and my buddy who's a White Sox fan, I texted him. He goes, "I am livid. I cannot believe he threw a no-hitter for them instead of for us." But fun little side story.
My brother. Wait, what'd you say, EJ?
Nothing. Don't worry
What
about
was,
it.
what was the last thing you said? What was that last thing you said?
It's a fun little side story.
Oh, I thought you said a different F word.
No. Don't worry. I'm avoiding the penalty box.
Then I thought I read that Cease, the guy that broke it up, was Luis Araz, who then he now played with to get the no hitter with.
I think so. Yeah.
I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere.
Bryce, I cannot find like a list for the trade deadline at the moment. But so I guess do we just want to talk about the Buccos trades?
We can talk about how Ben Charrington went out and got the job done, and now Derek Shelton's going to go ahead and sell the rest of the season for us. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to know whose freaking bright idea it was to bring in the guy that's been struggling as a reliever against quite possibly the biggest game of the season against the Diamondbacks. Let's go ahead and bring in Colin Holderman. It's a great idea. He's only given up 4 home runs the past 5 games. Let's do it.
Yeah, man.
I'll give them praise, though. They did get Paul Skeens 4 runs of support and then blew it. Every time Paul Skeens pitches, I think we put up 2 runs. Our average is 2 runs. We get 4,
that's crazy.
we lose.
It's the Jacob deGrom treatment.
It's absurd. It's stupid. Sell the team, Bob. Tired of you. Done.
Mets did the same thing to deGrom back in 2016 to 2019.
Anyway, oh yeah, Alex, you get to get introduced to the overreaction segment for the first time once we get to it.
Yeah, I'm excited for this.
Here a little soon.
I am too.
Bryce, you've done every single one so far.
I know. I'm so excited to do them again. I do have one thing to add. I love overreactions. Do you think that during the trade deadline, a team reached out to the Pirates and was like, listen, like say it's the Yankees or somebody like that. Like they said, listen, we'll finance our whole farm system for Paul Skeens. We'll give you our number 1, 2, and 3 farm guys for Paul Skeens. Do you think there was any massive, like a massive trade that was potential for Paul Skeens?
No, because Nutting would have done it.
Well, true. Very good point. Do you think somebody called and said, hey, I know you'll never do this, but is there a chance that we could give you, like, I don't know, maybe this guy named Shohei Ohtani or something for Paul Skeens? You think that's possible? Bob Nutting probably said, no, not enough.
How bizarre. What a world.
Not enough.
Shohei's putting him in the Allegheny every Thursday afternoon.
Okay. So
can't do that trade. Need Freddie Freeman, too.
Okay, so while we continue, because we talk about the trade deadline and we can continue to talk about the Buccos, Alex, I'm going to tell you what Adam Rank's schedule prediction for the Jets is, and then you can think about it.
Oh, God, I don't even want to hear Adam Rank's garbage schedule predictions. God, dude. Don't even get me started on Adam Rank. Don't even get me started on this moron.
He's got the Jets losing to the 49ers.
I mean, yeah, no.
The Vikings.
Almost said a word there.
The Patriots, the Bills, the Jags, the Dolphins, and then he has them beating the Titans, Patriots, Broncos,
we suck.
Bills, Steelers, Texans, Cardinals, Colts, Seahawks, Rams, and Dolphins, and he has them going 11-6.
Okay, has anyone bothered to question why Adam Rank still has a job yet?
I have.
The only thing I like about him is that he's a wrestling fan.
I'm just curious why every time somebody comes up with a prediction for how their team's going to do, they either end up 9-7, 10-6, or 11-5, or whatever the numbers
Pittsburgh
are. It's
Steelers.
Always there, no matter who it is. Like I guarantee you, there's some Panthers fans this year going, "Yeah, man, dude, I could see us going 11-6. Like it's very possible we go 11-6, and they're going to end up 2-15 or whatever."
In that division, maybe, but
well, true. The South got drastically better this year.
Okay, I gotta get the trade deadline through. So the Pirates did add on to their lineup. They acquired from the Marlins first Brian De La Cruz for right-handed pitcher Jung Seok Shin and infielder Garrett Forster. Forster is the number 17 prospect for the Pirates. He was the number 18. Boys, good addition, in my opinion. Of course, De La Cruz.
I'm glad we have one Cruz that can play the field and not make errors.
Okay. Actually, you just reminded me of something. Okay. Do you guys remember the play where it was against Houston? Cruz ran out there. It was basically a routine fly ball for Brian Reynolds, who could have caught it, but O'Neal Cruz ran out there, and it dropped right in the middle of him.
Mikey, I don't know. I really don't. This is what I mean by if it's not Charrington selling or Nutting selling, it's Shelton. And if it's not Shelton, it's one of the players. It's a continuous loop every single game. Somebody doesn't pull their end and we lose, and it's like, yep, you're the reason we lost. I know it's one event doesn't cause a loss, but let me tell you, O'Neal Cruz has definitely been a reason we've lost at least a couple times.
Sandbag. In some occasions. Not completely, but
I mean, he's been hitting. He's been on a tear hitting. But let me tell you, when that ground ball is rolling at him, it looks like it's got spikes on it.
The blue shell. He's trying to dodge it.
I mean, honestly, though, like, He is like six. He's like 6'6". I've never seen a 6'6" shortstop before. Somebody that big. Like either beef him up and move him to third or first, or send him out in the outfield. I'm sure he could track something like no other.
Dude, I think you could absolutely do the Fernando Tatis thing where it just doesn't work in the middle infield, and then he goes and wins a platinum glove in right field. Like, I think you could do something like that with him.
I agree. Tamar Johnson second, Nick Gonzalez shortstop. I support that.
Nick Gonzalez shortstop is.
So I want to say a few things first, real quick, for the next game, which is against the Padres tomorrow.
We also got IKF, Mikey. You forgot to say that.
Yeah, I will. I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a second. But Bailey Falter will be on the mound for the Buccos, and of course for the Padres, Dylan Cease.
We're gonna get no hit.
But
yeah, back to back.
Back starts. But no. Looking at these batting leaders, who wants to guess who's leading the Pirates in home runs?
Ryan Reynolds.
Who's leading the Pirates in batting average?
IKF.
Nope.
Yeah, he is.
Brian Reynolds.
IKF's batting 291 right now.
But I think they're counting because IKF just joined the Pirates.
Okay.
So
okay.
So for the entire year for the Pirates, Brian Reynolds, and then runs batted in.
Probably that guy that plays third base, Brian Hayes.
Brian Reynolds.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But yeah, so the Pirates did get Isaiah Kiner-Falefa from the Blue Jays for Charles Machado. I really liked Charles Machado, but here's the thing: to get somebody, you have to give up somebody, and that is
Mike,
I never thought of
perverse concept right there.
Wait,
dude.
Maybe you should call into Nutting and tell him that. Maybe he doesn't understand that.
So the Pirates
just
did that.
Just
hey,
look at him,
boy.
Bob. Ingress, egress.
Yeah, I don't understand. Let's just keep selling,
dude.
He's like the dude
not the team. No, I'm not selling the team. I promise.
Yeah,
he's like the dude that
on
the team.
He's not the team, but I'm gonna trade Brian Reynolds and Brian Hayes, and we're gonna get the Dodgers' 50th best prospect. That's a hell of a trade.
that you're not gonna see for another 5 years.
He's like the dude.
He loves a good discount, man. I'm telling you. Just like Ika said weeks ago.
It's gonna be just like Yordan Alvarez. We're gonna thrive.
Yeah. You know, honestly, what's a very underrated Pirates pickup this year, or Pirates trade? The guy we gave up for Joey Bart. Joey Bart's looking like a franchise catcher right now.
Bryce, I'm gonna have you hold that thought for a second because
there
could be a little Joey Bart later.
I might sell it to somebody just to get a better prospect, but I'll hold on to it as long as I can.
Yeah.
Bryce,
So
Nutting is like the guy that loads up like DraftKings or whatever it is, in every single game just hammers like Chad Ruedel anytime goal and throws like 20 on it just every time. It's gonna hit eventually. I know it. I can feel it. It's gonna hit eventually. Payouts.
Or here's a perfect MLB example for you. He just looks. You know what? The White Sox might have lost 20 games in a row. They're gonna win tonight. Loses 23. Dang it! I was really feeling that one in my bones.
Oh yeah, it was like the Pistons last season.
oh my god. But all right.
I forgot the Pistons did that. That's right.
Yeah, 26 games in a row.
God,
I forgot the Pistons existed, low key.
Honestly, but no. All right. Before we move on, Bryce, EJ, what do you guys think of the Pirates pickups? And is there any other moves you saw around the league that interest you?
EJ, if you're ready, go, because I got to look at some of the pickups around the league. I kind of forgot, considering we lose even with the pickups.
Yeah, I've been so out of touch. There was one that I thought I saw, but did Brent Rooker get dished yet?
He did not get dished. He's still with the A's.
Ridiculous. That's the only guy I thought the Pirates were going to go after.
I was hoping.
Yeah, I thought that would have been a great key bat.
I think once you're done, I can tell you some of the trade. Like Alex Cobb went to the Guardians. Jazz, that's a big one that we missed out
to the
on.
Yankees.
That was probably the biggest one. that I would say that the Pirates missed out on. Gregory Soto going to the Orioles was big. Other than that, though, like, I mean, I guess the biggest one, or Mark Kana, or however you say his name. But yeah, I would say, I think Ben Cherington did the job in the most mediocre way possible.
Very average. Yeah.
We got some decent, like IKF solid, De La Cruz solid, but we didn't go out and get Jazz or Rocker or any of those guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was like a very mid, so to speak, trade deadline. It was good though. Like, it was a good mediocre trade deadline. I'm now shifting my focus onto Shelton. Charrington did his job, got some bats. Now it's time for Shelton to answer some questions as to why we are sitting at 55 and 54. We could be at 57 and 52 right now, but instead we're now 3.5 games back instead of half a game back.
I saw a stat the other day. The Pirates are like 9-5 when Skeens is on the mound. You should be 13-1.
To go even further, with Jared Jones on the mound, the Pirates should be, with Skeens and Jones, the Pirates should be above 750 winning with those two. Like, there is no reason they should be 500 with those guys if that's what they are. There's no reason for it.
Yep.
There's going to be a documentary on the stretch of the Pittsburgh Pirates from 2000 to 2025, and it's going to be the most in-depth Netflix story you've ever seen in your life. What was Bob Nutting doing? Everybody's going to ask that question.
If anyone has ever seen the story of the Seattle Mariners secret base video that John Boyce did.
I love secret base, first of all.
It's like a 7-part freaking, 8-hour series. It's so good. I hope they do something like that, or someone does something to that effect for this span of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and just shows how truly terrible, but somewhat endearing and fun the past 20 years of being a Pirates fan has been. If not more.
That first World Series, whenever we're all 89 years old, is going to be.
It's going to be fantastic, dude.
That's going to be after we finance Brian Reynolds, Paul Skeens, Jared Jones, Mitch Keller, and O'Neal Cruz to get all these other teams' top 10 prospects. But I'm telling you, dude, by 2050, with all of our prospects, we'll have at least one playoff win.
Hey, I'll drink my last beer, die of a heart attack if the Pirates ever win a World Series.
Oh, dude. Oh, goodness gracious. We got to move on because overreactions will take a bit.
Yeah, but talking about the Pirates is so fun because they're so laughable sometimes. I love them to death.
There's going to be a few Pirates, maybe one Pirates talking overreaction. But, okay, so... And also, by the way, Alex, this was kind of genius because like you always get the hot takes and overreactions and just takes in general. So it's easy for me to mark down for reels later. So kind of smart on my end. But yeah, so for Bryce, you know the rules. Alex, EJ, I'm gonna say a statement and you go yes or no. Quite simple. Really quite simple. But
got it.
And EJ, there's only one overreaction where only EJ and I can understand. And Alex, maybe you. So, all right, this one's gonna be a hot one, spicy one. And I get these from what some people have said. So number one, Joe Milton will be QB1 over Drake May one day.
No, not a chance. No. Joe Milton is going to be the most overrated quarterback drafted in this class. That dude, oh my. I had to watch and suffer through him at Michigan, dude. He was horrible. Mikey, a 10-yard out route was thrown 90 miles an hour. If it would have hit the receiver in the face, it would have got lodged in his face mask.
He is the greatest practice quarterback, I think, of all time. I don't know if anyone of you have ever seen that take for that clip, but I think it's hilarious. Somehow, I don't know how his high school footage, he convinced both Michigan and then he convinced Tennessee, both reputable programs, that he was a good quarterback. And then he convinced And now he's convincing an NFL franchise that he might be a quarterback when we have actual in-game footage that he's not that good. He's really not that good.
I think it's so funny that like he's just the even more extreme version of Josh Allen when he got drafted, aka just I don't care where the route is being run, I'm just ripping the ball as hard as humanly possible. It's like that TikTok we made, Mike, with the NFL quarterbacks, and I just launched the football as hard as I could.
So, dude, you can hear me laughing too. Because you didn't tell me you were going to do that. I was just like,
yeah, pretty much.
Which, by the way, that was the day I met Esau in the gym. Miss you, brother. He's not dead. That's just. Which, by the way, speaking of Edinboro, Alex, where are you right now as we speak? Yes, Alex did move in. Move in one last time.
Best state school in all of PA.
You're lucky Teal College isn't a state school. You'd be done.
Tomcats, baby.
Be done for.
Tomcats, baby.
Roll Cats and Joe Milton sucks. Move on.
Okay. Bryce, the Pirates. And I'm not saying this is just for Bryce, this is for everybody I've seen. The Pirates should extend Joey Bart.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'll say yes because we've seen Endy Rodriguez. Granted, he's hurt this year. I have seen that he's been hitting left-handed. If we make a playoff run, there's a chance that he might get some reps this year. Very doubtful, but there's a chance. We've seen him. We've seen Henry Davis. We've seen the horrible showing of Yasmani Grandal, unless Paul Skeens is pitching.
I do find enjoyment when Grandal pimps a home run.
He does, for whatever reason, when Paul Skeens pitches, he becomes a silver slugger. Joey Bart's got to be extended. We got him for nearly nothing, and his OPS is like 908 or 9 something right now. And we got him for what? A double-A reliever from the Giants or something like that?
I think so.
You're not going to have to overpay this guy.
Exactly. I mean, he was a number one pick, kind of slid down under the view of everybody, and then I don't know. Some people, they just fit in places and they play really good. I mean, let's hope that's him.
He was that bad in San Francisco. He just wasn't Buster Posey. And
that's the problem.
Kind of soured people on him, I think.
Maybe he's the next Michael McHenry. Oh, let's hope. Bring some Bucktober baseball back, huh?
Oh God.
I think I need to go. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Oh my God. Okay. Next. Bronny Jr. will pan out.
Next question.
Will pan out in the NBA, and everything everybody is saying is overreactions because it's preseason.
Yes.
I mean, objectively, yeah.
Okay.
He's never going to fall out of the league because his last name is James. There's a chance that he makes one magical run and drops a 30-10-10 season, and that's what's going to keep him around forever. Very doubtful.
I just want some Lakers miracle run where LeBron passes to his son for a game winner in the finals.
That'd be pretty
but what does he call him when? What does he call him when he tells him to pass it to him, though?
Oh, no, so now you care.
Back to this.
Oh my God! All right.
Big dog.
Do you want my honest answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
What would he say? That's a good question.
We did have that at one point. Who did we have on? EJ, weren't you here? You've been on so many shows.
All right. Hey, yo, Pops, pass me the ball.
Pops. That's pretty likely.
He's gonna call him Daddy.
Okay. I agree. Next.
Okay, before we move on to this, can I just say I think it would be so funny. I mean, if like two teams that went on a miracle run, if like Braun and Bronny were in like the conference finals against the Warriors, and like there's like this epic moment where LeBron's about to pass the ball to Bronny to shoot the game winner to win it in 7, and Draymond Green just comes out of nowhere and punches him square in the face on the court. I think that would be the best, absolute most amazing conference finals moment in any sport of all time.
Oh my God! All right, I'm moving on. Okay, we're gonna get this one out of the way for EJ and I. Shane McMahon should be all elite. Yes.
Yes.
Here's my take on it, EJ. I don't know if you can agree with me or not.
Stealing from the Fed.
As long as Shane has zero power with the company and he is just an on-air talent, I don't care. Bring him in.
A McMahon just needing to be on-air talent with no power would have never guessed that one.
I love wrestling because at times it can be very, very silly. And I think Shane McMahon showing up on AEW television in any capacity is very, very silly. That is why I want it to happen.
Wrestling is the definition of a silly, goofy sport, for real.
Yeah, it's just hilarious to me that we're even talking about it. And if it actually happens, I will laugh, and I will laugh some more.
I have an idea. Darby versus Shane on the top of Wembley.
Oh, Jesus.
10 stars.
And on the floor,
at
at the base of Wembley, there's 7 glass tables stacked on top of each other.
Light tubes.
Speaking of wrestling,
Darby just looks into the camera for the last time ever.
Speaking of wrestling, the only thing I'm going to say about this, by the way, Roman Reigns did return at SummerSlam. Pop was ginormous.
Yep.
SummerSlam was also at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Don't know why they just didn't do PNC Park. Sorry, you should have. Next,
sour.
I got a hot take that a lot of people aren't going to like, but a lot of people are going to like. CM Punk is washed. He was blown up 3 minutes into the match, and even his promos are getting but the promo part is easy to fix because EJ, you want to know what he has to do to fix it? Stop mentioning AEW. Move on.
It feels, for a guy who looked up to Stone Cold and Bret Hart, he feels very Ric Flair in the way that he's going out, where he's just kind of causing a bit of a scene wherever he goes. He's a bit of a mess. He's a legend, and people respect him, and he's always going to get a pop. But it's just like, hang him up when you need to hang him up.
He's like the 85-year-old war vet that everyone respects, but that just spends his entire free time pissing off the local sheriff every chance he gets.
Yeah,
like that's Punk at this point.
So I'm going to use one word before we move on to describe Punk, and that is nostalgia. That is all he is.
Yeah, that's
he's still CM Punk. He knows how to sell a pay-per-view, but that's it. That's all he knows how to do right now.
I think he's selling it on the basis of his own downfall at this point.
It's sad, EJ. Honestly, his downfall is like so sad to watch. It really is. But I don't know.
Hunter comes out with the downfall of CM Punk DVD like they did the Warriors.
Oh my god,
that'd be so funny. All right. We I gotta get my phone back on because it turned off. But we gotta move on. Next, we got a hockey one, gentlemen.
Yes.
Here we go.
Florida Panthers back to back. No, I'm kidding.
The Penguins will be just fine when Sidney Crosby retires.
No.
God.
No. Absolutely not.
No.
Are you kidding me?
We will for the third time repeat the cycle of going bankrupt, almost selling the team, and then getting a bullshit number 1 overall lottery pick to get the generational player.
You guys did it twice. I don't want to hear. No. You guys did it twice in one rebuild with Fleury and Crosby. It was ridiculous.
Yo, we got Yager. The franchise almost ended. We got Yager.
Yeah,
and then,
exactly.
And then Yager left, and the franchise almost ended again, and we got Crosby. It's just gonna happen again, guys. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, EJ, I'm sorry. I know that like Detroit's an up and coming team. They're scrappy and stuff like that. But like, I hate to tell you, we're on the verge of the tank era where we just go bankrupt and then get the most generational player of all time again.
I cannot tell you how furious my father will be if in the next 2 years the Penguins land the number 1 overall pick in the lottery.
No. It'll be a little bit longer than
break
that.
Things.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna say 2031. We're gonna get a generational number 1 overall pick, and it's just gonna start all over again.
Oh
You
God!
better start.
Right.
You better start scouting some eighth grade.
We're gonna get like Marc-Andre Fleury's son out of like Wilkes-Barre or something like that. Like,
My God.
Yeah, it's Chris Kuntz's twins.
Mike Sullivan's still gonna be coaching there somehow, and he's just gonna use the Wilkes-Barre Penguins pipeline until he dies.
All right, I got 5 more overreactions, gentlemen.
Oh
Next.
my God!
Oh yeah.
The Cleveland Cavaliers will be the best team out of the Eastern Conference this year.
No.
No,
I can't tell you the last time I watched NBA basketball. So
me either. But no.
Sorry, Sean.
It's
Oh yeah, sorry, Sean. Whoops.
Oh my.
they're going to be good. I think they're going to be a top 3 seed, but they're not beating. I don't think they're better than the Knicks, and I don't think they're better than the Celtics.
I'm currently hold on. Any buyers out there? I'm currently holding on to a signed Evan Mobley rookie card. Taking offers, baby. Any offers? Send them.
Shameless self-promotion.
Oh God! All right. Next, if they go 3-9 again this year, Pat Narduzzi's seat will start to get hot.
It should be hot already, but
already
I
hot.
agree.
Oh,
It will
They should
definitely.
consider firing him. If they
It'll be on fire if they have another season like that. If they don't win at least 7 games this year, I'll give him 6. Actually, I'll give him 6-6 in a bowl game, win or loss. I'll give him. But they have to at least make a bowl game this year, whether they win it or not. They have to at least make one.
I agree.
I would say, hold on. Who's Pitt's starting quarterback? What's his name? Holston or is it Yarnell?
Yarnell, baby.
No.
Who was the guy that transferred from Alabama? Wasn't it Holston?
Yeah, Eli
He's-
Holstein.
So I would say, here's my thought. If within the next 2 years, if they don't have an above 500 record, Narduzzi is gone.
Please.
And if they don't go above, if they have the same season as last year, I would think Narduzzi would be gone. I would, if I was a fan of the Pitt Panthers, which I guess I sort of am just by proximity to Pittsburgh, I would already want him to be gone.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny Pickett.
I mean,
and
I
Jordan
wanted him
Addison-
gone after. I wanted him gone after the first season without Kenny.
Exactly.
See,
I have beef with him. I have personal beef with Pat Narduzzi. So I wanted him gone year 2 of his career at Pitt.
so this is my take on it. When your head coach starts to blame your players for how poorly you're playing,
Oh, we talked about this. Yeah.
I already want you gone. Remember when the Pitt players started saying stuff on Twitter? Because
I ranted about this.
I
on
did too.
An episode.
Yep.
I think that's also a culture thing, though, because you don't see some of these teams that compete for national championships every year. You don't hear them complaining about stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that probably is an Narduzzi problem.
That's what you get. when
You got to
play
attack
first.
every day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, as Jim Harbaugh once said.
You know what? You know what? Honestly, hell with it. Just make Jeff Capel the head football coach too.
Yeah,
Who cares at this
baby.
point?
Yeah,
Who
baby.
cares at this
And guess
point?
what? And guess what? They're not going to make the tournament.
Hey, Mikey, that just made me think of something. Guess who didn't make the March Madness tournament last year?
I almost swore. I just
Pitt didn't make it last year.
re-listened. I re-listened.
Dude,
to the March
selection
Madness
show
episode.
was so crazy this year.
Shut up.
Where's
Shut up.
Dom? Where's Dom?
Shut up. We're
Juanito?
moving on. We're moving on. We got 3
Paul-
more.
You think Dom's
Paul
spidey senses
Chris.
are tingling right now? You think Dom
Paul-
senses
better
a
call
disturbance
Paul.
in the force?
Anyway.
All I gotta say is it's a shaka, baby.
Do I have to edit? Do I have to edit that out?
Nah,
It's Shaka's year again. What are you talking about? Editing it out.
Okay, I'm keeping it in.
that's a shaka.
All right, but real quick, I will say about Narduzzi and like Pitt's situation. Obviously, I think Yarnell or Holstein will work, but don't forget, a random freshman could surprise anybody because that's exactly what Kenny Pickett did.
You know
Never
what?
say never. Never say never.
Agreed. And I'm gonna throw this in since we're talking about Pitt football. I'm gonna throw this in real quick. I think I think that I'm really excited for Will Howard, but I could also see Julian Sayin taking Will Howard's spot at some point if he struggles this year.
Perhaps.
Not
Perhaps.
Aaron Noland. I know Ohio State fans, if any of you are watching, you should be. I know we all want Aaron Noland, but he's not ready. He does not need to be thrown into the fire as a true freshman. He will get his time. It's either Will Howard or Julian Sayin right now. For the love of God, we stole Julian Sayin and Caleb Downs from Alabama.
You know what I'm really just picturing right now, Alex? RG3's on the call. Michigan, Ohio State's tied 28-28. 5 seconds left in the game. Alex Orgy runs a touchdown, and all we hear from RG3 is, "It's an orgy in the end zone!" And Michigan wins!
You know what? I will be slightly less furious if that happens.
He'll be smashing stuff, and then I'll go, "Haha, that was a good one."
All right. All right.
Yeah,
We got
that was a good one. Picks up full
we
beer
got 3
can,
more.
pulls back. Just
God. We got 3 more to get through. We'll try to get through as fast as we can. All right. Next, Larry Fitzgerald should be in the Hall of Fame.
I mean,
Yes.
duh.
Yeah, next. Yeah.
Yep.
No even further comment required on that one.
No debate. Hey, actually, here's a cool little tidbit for you.
Mhm.
So
I love that word.
me too. My second cousin, my third cousin, it's my dad's second cousin. He went to Pitt, and it was Tony Dorsett's senior year. He was a freshman, which was the year Dan Marino came in. He won a national championship with Pitt.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Oh yeah.
And then he went to the NFL. We just had a family reunion this weekend. That's what made me think of that, talking about Pitt. He told me a story about. I'll save it for another time. I'll tell you guys after.
Yeah, we gotta move on. All right, next. The Buffalo Bills will miss the playoffs.
Yes,
I like
next.
this one. I like this one. I like this one though. I like this one because it could be debated. It's not going to happen. First of all, it's not going to happen because the Jets are not going to be good. I hate to say it, but I don't know what to expect out of Aaron Rodgers, and it's not much right now. And the Dolphins aren't good enough. They just can't beat good teams, and they can't play in weather below 60
Selfishly,
degrees.
I want Aaron Rodgers to go off for an MVP season. Just go full Peyton Manning in Broncos uniform and light the league up for some record number and then retire.
Is that going to be with another conference championship loss, or what are we going to do here?
Probably.
No, but in all reality, though, the Dolphins can't play in cold weather, and the Jets are a terribly coached football team. So the Bills are making the playoffs. Even though I know this was an overreaction, like last week, Josh Allen is objectively overrated. Continue.
Man, you should have had that take last week. Somebody ripped me and said, "Sports media isn't for everybody."
We gotta move.
Oh, also guess
we got one
who
more.
he has a losing record to in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes.
All right. We got
Guess
one
who's
more. And then,
undefeated against Patrick Mahomes? And I'll
Okay,
say it
moving
again.
on.
I said it at the top, and I'll say it again. Jordan Love, folks.
I'll
Jordan
trigger
Love
Bills
is
fans
the
real quick.
greatest.
I'll trigger Bills fans real quick, and then we'll move on. 13 seconds. Wide right. Again, both times.
hey, Alex, you want to know what I got to say about that? Shout out to Caroline. Oh yeah, I almost got him. All right. Last one, and we're gonna have some preseason comments before we leave. But Russell Wilson, his time as the Steelers QB1 this season will be short because Justin Fields will take his spot early in the season.
When's the bye?
Good question.
7, I think.
7. Oh.
Could be wrong. Could be completely wrong.
If
Don't hold me
that's
to it.
that's spicy if that's the case. Week 9,
Okay.
right? Let me check.
Um,
Yeah, week 9. Interesting. I mean, yeah, let's be real here. If Russ in week 8 has an absolute stinker against the Giants, especially at home on prime time, that's ridiculous. But yeah, if Russ by that point is like stinking it up, then I could see Fields at earliest taking over week 10 coming off the bye.
You want to hear my bold take on that whole situation? I think the Steelers go down to the Falcons week 1, 21-0. They put Fields in, saves the day. I think Russell's time's up.
Crazy.
It's about time. Fields has just got more potential.
So who are we going to be down 21 because of? One Achilles, Kirk, or Michael Penis? Which one?
Actually, Bijan Robinson's going to run all over us, is my opinion. No, I'm kidding.
That's actually probably the realistic one, yeah.
I don't know, man. I just have
Kirk Cousins' Achilles is going to look real good snapping the ball under center and handing it off to Bijan.
I would just be super surprised if Russell Wilson is our starter by week 4.
I mean, Fields has a way higher ceiling, obviously.
I think he has a higher floor and higher ceiling than Russell Wilson. He was putting up decent numbers with the Bears that didn't have anything but DJ Moore.
I mean, yeah, he literally was just slinging to DJ all day long.
Exactly.
Because apparently Matt Eberflus does not know how to use Cole Kmet whatsoever.
Yeah, for real.
Listen, with what he had to go through with Chicago, I would love for that to happen for Justin Fields. So,
yeah, me too, but still, go blue.
Oh my gosh. But all right. Oh yeah, sorry, EJ, go ahead.
No, nothing.
I know you're not a Steelers fan, but what do you think? What do you think?
No, I like Russ. I've always been a Russ fan, being a Wisconsin guy. I think he's probably going to start off until
Wisconsin legend right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, true.
That's right. I forgot he went to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
NC State Wolfpack legend.
Yeah, NC State Wolfpack legend. They wouldn't let him play baseball, so he went to Wisconsin, which ironically enough did not have a baseball program.
He's like, well, if I'm only going to play one, I might as well go to the actual football one.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
God. But
so, yeah, I think he'll probably start the league.
Yeah, but all right, gentlemen, it is now 52-17. That is, you have until it hits the 1 hour mark to get your comments in for the preseason, as of course it does start this week.
This is going to draw some criticism from one person in the call, and I can't wait to hear it.
Go ahead.
I can't get it out now. Oh, this is going to be great. All right, so from just watching the preseason, I know it's still early in the season and everything, but supposedly speaking, one of the Vikings insiders said that J.J. McCarthy was 16 for 22 in the red zone with 8 touchdowns and 1 interception during their red zone offense. And they said he looks objectively better than Sam Darnold, which not really a surprise.
Golly gee, that's really surprising.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. So I think here's what's going to happen. Here's my view. I think that if Sam Darnold does start, the Vikings are going to move quickly because he's not going to win them many games. Because this is what we've always dreamed of. Everybody that loves NFL football wants to see another Michigan quarterback win 7 Super Bowls. And take over NFL for another 20 years. And then the next quarterback comes in and does the same thing. And it's just a repeat cycle till I pass away and then it can stop.
Passing
Bryce
against
the
the Minnesota Vikings bum-ass defense would make anybody look like a absolute stud. They're going to be bad. I promise you, he is not a NFL quarterback. I will be shocked if he makes it 3 seasons.
Yeah, but if you think of it this way, you got to look at it. He made Kirk Cousins look like a freaking like he was a pro quarterback, like a top 10 quarterback. Or are we going to argue that Kirk Cousins coming out of college was better than J.J. McCarthy?
Kirk Cousins.
I mean, Bryce, you're never going to say it anyway because Kirk went to Sparty, but still.
Kirk Kirk Cousins ruined a perfect season for Wisconsin. I hate that man. I really do. They both stink.
Let me look at Kirk Cousins' college stats real quick, and let me tell you what I think.
Nothing remarkable, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's for sure.
They both stink. Don't worry, it's okay.
I think with what's his nuts? Who's the Vikings head coach?
Kevin O'Connell.
Love
that guy.
He can make any quarterback look like a stud. He made what's his face last year look like an animal. Nick Mullins.
Captain Kirk was tearing it up. Captain Kirk was in the MVP conversation before he popped that Achilles.
Exactly. He can make any quarterback look like a stud. So if
we
there's anywhere that he's going to go, that he's going to look good, it's going to be Minnesota.
I'm never thankful for anyone getting injured whatsoever. But at Kirk Cousins' pace, which obviously would have slowed down a little bit, he would have objectively been far and away the best quarterback in football last year and would have won MVP. And I don't want to know what a world with a Kirk Cousins MVP would have looked like.
It would have been like the Matt Ryan year.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. That would have been like 2016 Matt Ryan. That's a good point. Shanahan, O'Connell. Shanahan was the offensive coordinator, but oh my God, Dan Quinn was the head coach of that team. Holy Jesus! Oh my God.
Yeah, Dan Quinn.
Other preseason takes, I don't have any.
Head coach of the Washington football team.
Still the football team in my heart, for real.
Yep, I will always call it that. I wish they would have.
Well, actually, sorry to the entire world that doesn't know ball and that gets offended by stupid shit. They're still the Redskins in my heart.
What? Like,
but
56.
People are gonna try and cancel us for that, but don't care. Still the Redskins. Do not care whatsoever.
Oh boy.
The local native community actually supported them being named the Redskins, but enough people whined and complained about it that they changed it anyway.
They get
Stupid
paid for it.
They did. They endorsed it.
Yeah.
Financially endorsed it.
That reminds me of that South Park episode where Cartman buys.
That would be a spicy debate topic.
Redskins thing. Do you remember that?
Yep.
That's a funny episode.
Washington Redskins, go yourself.
Yep.
That would be a spicy debate episode of Tailgate Talks. Should the Redskins go back to being the Redskins?
Bro.
I would, dude. Call me up. I'll be an attorney for that episode. I'm going to fight.
EJ, it would take us about 5 minutes to give enough reasons for them to do it. It's about all it would take.
Mikey,
Dan Snyder's gone. Thank God. Oh, I hate that man.
Mikey, let's end from a bold prediction from you.
Bold prediction. Okay.
Yeah. You sat quietly the last 8 minutes while we just talked about how JJ McCarthy's going to be the GOAT.
I was sliding.
You said that.
I was sliding up once again. Hey,
I'm not affiliated with you.
EJ
Yeah,
will
go Buckeyes, go Badgers, baby. Let's go.
Hey, EJ and Alex won't understand what I'm saying, but last 8 minutes I was sliding up on Sammy Guevara's story again because little insider. He responds to me more than you think.
He does actually. It's kind of crazy.
He did again before we started.
Let's go, Sammy G.
Bold prediction. Okay. Wait. I gotta see some certain standings first before.
3.5 games out of the playoff picture as of 4 hours ago.
Okay.
Mike went, all right, there goes that take.
Paul Skeens is only limited to 6 innings for the rest of the year.
All right, gentlemen, this is my hot take. The Pittsburgh Pirates.
Keep your head covered so nobody outs you for this. Oh boy, that's bold.
Will win the National League Central.
Sweet Jesus. Why do we do this to ourselves?
Oh, let's keep getting our hopes up.
Okay, pal.
Oh, all right, you know what? I hope it comes true. I really do.
Okay, you guys say a bold take. Go ahead. You got 1 minute.
I'll go last. Give me a minute to think.
On the spot. Go.
The
Bold
Gay
take.
Grimace Mets win the National League pennant this year.
Okay, pal.
Bold take.
Go Gay Grimace Mets.
Shoot.
Thanks for saying shoot.
Trying to think of a good one.
30 seconds.
No. Caleb Williams gets at least one MVP vote this year.
Okay.
Not first place necessarily, just an MVP vote. Someone on the voting committee will give him one MVP vote somewhere.
I wouldn't be surprised.
All right. How many seconds do I have, Mikey?
Give me a take right now is what the answer is.
Okay, so my take is, I'll give it quick. Michigan repeats and Ohio State and Wisconsin underperform. Okay, thank you for having me on. I greatly appreciate it, guys. It was a great show. I'll say that's my bold take. Michigan repeats because that's the only thing that can come to mind since it's almost football season and I can't wait.
Okay. Now my next one is.
Let's go.
My next one is Tom Brady will return. I'm kidding.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, so next week it's a normal show, but the week after we will have Justin Mcgonigle, from the owner of Steeler Nation, on the show. It'll be the last Zoom show of the summer, and myself, Alex, and possibly Dom, wink wink, will be back in the studio in Compton Hall at Edinboro University.
Also, I'm going to say it now because I'm getting a lot of pressure. I'm getting a lot of pressure in the coach's office. We gotta have a Coach Pap episode soon.
Oh, dude, say what? We got to redo the Nolf episode too.
We do, but Coach Pap's chomping at the bit for an episode of Tailgate Talks.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to turn his mic volume way down, probably.
So just thinking about it, and Alex and I can. I'm gonna give a little overtime to this show because I just want to say something, and Alex, you can interject. This is actually going to be a little bit more on the serious side. We are not going to lie. The TV side of Edinboro is not doing well, minus us.
Yeah.
So I just want to say that, like, people that are interested in media, if you come to Edinboro, you have a nice studio, you have great connections. Ron Raymond will do anything he can with you to succeed.
And he's basically the only one holding it down right now, too. So.
And you can take something that is, you can take a vision that you have, that you want, and make it big. We started this show as an idea. Alex has hammered it down so many times. And we interviewed a former NFL OC, a current quarterback coach for the 2022 Grey Cup champion Toronto Argonauts.
Yes.
The Cavs PA announcer, and we've been on television twice.
And we're about to have the owner of Steeler Nation on in 2 weeks.
Who has 100,000 followers on all social media platforms. If you have an idea, you can do it. The media side for the department has done so much for us.
Facts.
Quite frankly, and I'm going to be real honest, and I've said it on Going for Gold, so I can say it here. I'm not afraid to say it. Tailgate Talks is what kept me from not leaving Edinboro in the fall, because that's how much the TV department means to us and what it's done for us. So, again, if you're a student looking for a college, go to Edinboro. They have the best resources to make your vision a reality and will take your vision into heights that you never thought you could make it. So
everything starts as an idea. And
exactly.
Yeah, I will interject real quick. First of all, if you are currently going to Edinboro, or, well, obviously like in like 3 weeks by that, I mean, but if you're a current student or a new student and you're a comm major and you need practicum hours, which you will, you can do your practicum with us. You can come in, have some fun. It's nothing too serious. Just kind of, we have some people that graduated, so you can run sound. You can do some other stuff. You could just even come hang out just for the experience. So if you're a comm major and you need practicum hours, you can absolutely do that for us. We will vouch for you. We will get you what you need. Second of all, if you do want to do your own show, which we heavily encourage, because while we are not affiliated with the Edinboro Now channel anymore, we are the only product left. Essentials is done. I know Joe said he was thinking about trying to bring that back. Shout out Joe.
And I don't and I'll just say it. He's talked about it with Sabrina on Edinboro Now to do essentials again. It's tough because there's just the amount of people it's just gone down, and it's going to keep going down if we don't do something about it and if people don't join. So please, just like Alex said, just join.
And even if you're not a comm major, I think this is a common misconception. I feel like a lot of people think this. You don't have to be a comm major to use the resources. Literally anyone that goes to this school can use that studio. So
here's the thing. Alex, what's your major?
I'm a sports management major. I'm not a comm major. But everyone in that building knows me, and they pretty much treat me like I'm a comm major. Like, you don't have to be a comm major to do this stuff. Like, you have access. You are a student here. You have access to the resources. So if you have a vision, if you have a show that you want to do, if you want to start a little podcast or something like that, we have great equipment and we have a great time. We'll come on your show.
Literally,
hit us up.
Ask.
We will come on your show. Or even if you just want to do it as like a couch show with your own equipment in your own like dorm room or something like that, we'll come do that. We love couch shows.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it.
The first March Madness special was a couch show.
Was a couch show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's actually our only couch show. Like where we're all together.
I think so. But here's another here's another example. And EJ, you don't go to Edinboro, but what if you told us? You practically are trying to start your own show.
Yeah.
So
A little bit.
just do it.
Yeah.
What's stopping you?
Yeah, like we don't have a huge following, but like
And I'm not talking about you, EJ. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about anybody. I'm not throwing you under the bus.
I know. I am, man. I just start breaking down.
Yeah,
I'm trying. Don't bully me.
God.
If you have a vision, come on our show. We'll come on yours. Again, we don't have a huge following, but we will repost. We'll collaborate. Like, we're down. We love networking this kind of stuff.
Or if you just need help setting it up.
Yeah, we both got at least bare bones technical knowledge. We can help you somewhat.
Yeah. Ask Richie Armagost too.
Yeah. Shout out Richie.
So I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna screen record this and post it. Maybe send it to Chris for the spoiler alert guy that runs the Penn West Edinboro social media accounts.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Shout out Chris.
Alex, now that you're back,
I have to forfeit my duties.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Oh man. Mike, I had a thought after the show. I'll run it by you. Well, I got to tell you that story about my cousin, and then I have an idea to run by you.
Okay.
Good night, America. God, that feels good to say again.
Hey guys, this is Mike Kozminski, one of the co-hosts of Tailgate Talks, and we have a special announcement. We have done so many incredible things, going on the Critical Lie with Isaac Petcash this year twice, having amazing athletes that go to Edinboro University, and we have another announcement.
Yes, we do. I believe it is episode 33. Either way, for sure, August 21st is the date to mark your calendars. On that day, August 21st, Wednesday, we will be having the owner of Steeler Nation, Justin Mcgonigle, on our show. Very excited. Super, just unbelievably hyped. Over 100,000 followers on Twitter. An account that I'm sure we've both been following for a very long time. So, very exciting.
Subscribe, follow, do all that fun stuff, and tune in August 21st as we have Mr. Mcgonigle, the owner of Steeler Nation, on Tailgate Talks. This is big. Once again, August 21st. Mark your calendars now.
Here we go, Steelers, baby.